You said you ain't got no bitches.
Who don't got no bitch? He said I don't.
You said you ain't.
I could press that nigga like, hey nigga, I do got more bitches than you with your ugly ass. Oh, cause some came in the mail today.
Yeah, I did.
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just saw a video from a brother that did a video on Welven Da Great, and if you guys are not familiar with who he is, he was a brother that was featured in a video you just saw, and he's become this internet sensation. And from what I've been told, this guy is making up to $4,000 just to appear at certain events, and a lot of people get a kick out of things he says. He's very charismatic. A lot of people find him very humorous. And the brother video that I just saw, he was basically saying that he feels like Welven Da Great is somewhat of maybe, a new media coon, or someone that the media is trying to put out there to be basically a spectacle. And, I had a different perspective on it. I did agree with a lot of the points he was making because he had very solid points. But before I get into what I actually want to talk about, I want to let everybody know how I got familiar with Welven Da Great. And this was before people even knew who he was, before his little video came out, the D's nuts and everything you've been seeing. Welven Da Great is from Long Beach, and I have a close relative that stays in the area that he lived in. And I would see this guy all the time walking up and down the streets and everything when I would go visit my relative. And I remember I was at a McDonald's one time, one of the very few times I'm at McDonald's because I really don't like their food, but I digress. And, I was sitting down eating my food, and Welven Da Great walked up to me, sat down at my table, which I thought to be a little weird because, if you sitting down eating your food by yourself, you don't expect a stranger to come up to your table and just, sit down. So, he came up, he said, "Hey, what's up, man? You mind if I sit here?" So I said, I'm thinking in my head, what the hell this dude want? I don't know this dude from nowhere. So he sat down, we had a little small chit chat. I really didn't feel like being bothered that day. It was one of those days, I just want to eat my food and go on about my business. But, I chopped it up with Welven Da Great. Real cool dude. He's one of those guys where, even though he might have a mental disability, you kind of forget that because he's very charismatic. Dude has a real cool personality, and he's just one of those dudes that you just right off the bat you like. So I had a little small chit chat with him, say, "Hey, what's going on, brother?" Blah blah blah, and I got up and I left. And that was the last time I saw Welven Da Great until I started seeing him all over the internet. And when I saw the Who Don't Got Bitches video, I said, damn, that's old boy that, sat at the table with me at McDonald's. So, I was thrown back like, damn, this dude is, took in his whole personality and his humorous personality and branched it out and been able to make revenue and got the whole world mocking him and saying his little sayings and everything. So I was like, I was kind of thrown back from it. But at the same time, it wasn't surprising because he did have a very, I would say, intriguing type of personality. But the brother that just made the video that I was talking about, he basically was just saying that he feels like the media is putting certain figures like Welven and this other guy out named Wings, another young black brother, and they both have disfiguration or, mental disabilities, and it's become somewhat of a phenomenon of, putting these different characters out for the media and for the masses to be entertained by. And he basically was saying that, a lot of times, they put black men out that, always talking about, their penis size or talking about sex. And they do that, because a lot of times with black men, we're always looked at to be maybe one of three things: an athlete, a sexaholic, or a criminal. So, I totally understand what that brother was saying, but I had somewhat of a different perspective on it. Because even though I agree with a lot of the points he said, I just think it really shows where we're at as a society in this generation, where you can have somebody who can come out and basically, say who don't got bitches, and he's all over the world. This guy is making money just for appearing somewhere, or he's branching out and being a spokesman for certain companies, et cetera, et cetera. And I just think that, it shows that in today's society, we're so desperate for the next big thing, or the next thing to pop, or entertainment. We're willing to support and allow things like just a normal person, or basically in an indirect way, laughing at someone with a disability because they have a charismatic personality. Now, let's switch this around. Let's look at this from a different point of view. Let's say me, myself, I don't have a mental disability or disfiguration or anything. Let's say I was to come out and make that same video and say, who don't got bitches? I'll go press that nigga. Do you really think it would have got the publicity that Welven Da Great got? Absolutely not. And part of that reason is because these guys have a mental disability, or they have certain physical features that make people laugh not only at what they're saying, but by the way they look. So there is an underlying thing of displaying certain, people out here in the media and through entertainment, because they have effects. And a lot of these young brothers out here, they don't understand that they are being mocked a lot of times. They don't understand that, this can possibly hurt them later down the line. And a lot of these guys don't understand, and women, they don't understand that this is a momentary thing, because in today's society, you get your 5 minutes of fame on the internet, just like Antoine Dawson and all these other little characters we've seen over the years. You get your 5 minutes of fame, and that's it. You got to return to regular life. And I don't fault Welven Da Great or any of these other guys out here that's doing what they do to make money. If you can get out here and people want to laugh at you, and you can make some type of revenue to take care of yourself and your family, or use that to branch off and create your own business or whatever, I'm all for it. Because if they're going to try to capitalize off of you, you capitalize off of them. So I looked at it from a lot of different perspectives. Yeah, it might be somewhat of a thing where they're trying to display black men a certain way, or black people in general, almost as if the new 2015 Minstrel show. All of there's different forms of that, but that could be a very solid point. That could be what a lot of these different media segments are doing. But at the same time, it's like, okay, if they're going to laugh at you for the hell of it, why not profit off of that? Why not get that money, branch off, and go do your own thing? And my main thing is that I hope a lot of these people out here that, these 5-minute internet sensations, and everybody is gravitating to them and laughing at everything they do. I hope that they understand that this is a momentary thing. This is not something that's going to last for the rest of your life. So you got to use this moment that you had, that you had the buzz and you had the momentum. You make as much money as you can, and you branch off and you go do your own thing. Don't be stupid with it. So that's my only thing about it. If you're going to be an internet sensation for 5 minutes, if you're going to somewhat be a mockery for the world to laugh at, as long as it doesn't, somewhat, I would say, jeopardize your integrity, you capitalize off of it. But, that's my 2 cents on it. I just wanted to get different perspectives out there. What do you guys feel about Welven Da Great and these other, different internet sensations out here? Do you feel like the media is using them? Do you feel like how I feel that it's a combination of both, where it's part of the media, but then it's just the society that we live in, where people are so thirsty for entertainment that they will laugh at basically anything? Or do you think it's just flat out trying to make certain blacks as the 2015 Minstrel show? So give me your feedback. I want to hear what people have to say about this. I'm out. Peace.